Aloha class. So I wanted to do a video on exercise 2-1, compute the predetermined overhead rate. And so compute the company's predetermined overhead rate for the year. The way we'd go about doing this, if we looked at the slides over here, right? So just like we had in our previous chapter, y equals a plus bx, remember y is our total mixed cost, right? So it'll have a fixed and a variable component, and now we're trying to accumulate all the overhead costs for the year. And some of those overhead costs are fixed and variable, right? And so we'll divide that by the number of direct labor hours. So this is our cost driver, our cost allocation basis, and so we can get a predetermined overhead rate, right? We use both estimates over here to help us in planning for overhead because actuals will not happen until the end of the year. Actual dollar amounts won't happen until the end of the year. So let's go to the problem. Harris Fabrics computes a predetermined overhead rate annually on the basis of direct labor hours. They have to tell you what your basis is, right? So what your denominator is, and they said direct labor hours. At the beginning of the year, it's estimated that 20,000 direct labor hours would be required for the period's estimated level of production. So they've already told you your denominator is 20,000. The company also has 94,000 of fixed manufacturing overhead expenses for the coming period, variable manufacturing overhead of $2 per direct labor hour. Harris's actual manufacturing overhead for the year is 123,900, and actual total direct labor hours, direct labor was 21,000 hours. So you won't get this information until the end of the year, right here, this information. And so in the problem, it does give that to you. But we want to calculate the predetermined overhead rate. So first we need to find the total overhead costs, right? And so they said your fixed component was going to be 94,000, and we have $2. So 94,000 would be our A. 94,000 plus our variable component, which was $2 for B, or I could put 200, and we'll times that by the number of hours, which was 20,000 hours, which is our activity, right? And so we can see that 94,000 plus the variable component, this would give us $40,000, $2 per hour, 20,000 hours would give us a total overhead amount of 134,000. And then remember our direct labor hours was 20,000. So we're looking in this problem for our predetermined overhead rate, which is, if we went back to the slides, right, estimated total overhead divided by direct labor hours, or allocation base or activity that we're using. Over here it's direct labor hours, so it'd be $6.70 per direct labor hour, and that's how we'd calculate our predetermined overhead rate.